So, friend.
Friend.
So my new phrase is that's dope and that's deep. So you told me
Dope
something.
and deep. Yes.
So the topic that we're going to talk about today is choosing you. So
Yes.
that's deep and that's dope because that's my
It's
phrase.
deep and dope.
Yeah. So when you said choosing you, what does that actually even mean?
I think for most Black women, especially,
Hmm.
there's this thing where we choose everyone else. We choose to be a great mother to our children at our own expense. We choose to
Hmm.
be great wives, great girlfriends. We choose to be the best employers and employees.
Hmm.
And sometimes that comes at the cost of our own selves.
Yeah. The interesting part is when you said that, I don't even personally believe that we think we even have a choice. So
Interesting.
to choose, you're actively picking. I don't think that we even know we have ourselves as an option to pick.
Hmm.
You know,
I agree.
and then I find it interesting, like when we've given ourselves to all those things, then we look around and we're like, well, what do we have for ourselves? And it's like nothing. Like literally, you um just you move toward the thing that of course is for the betterment of other people, but it is for the, I don't want to say draining, but everything you have is given to the growth of something else. So that means that something else will grow and leave you.
Hmm.
You know, like it's not for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think we still have to get in this place where it's okay to choose us and to see ourselves as an option and say
Yeah.
it's okay for me to choose myself. Even as a mother, I want to do the best job that I can do with my children. Of course, I want them to grow up, be productive citizens, and all that
Yeah.
great stuff. But at the end of the day, when they're gone, if I have not chosen myself, I will have nothing for me. There will be nothing. I have given it all to my children. So I'm in this place now where I'm choosing me. I'm choosing to do things that will benefit me.
Yeah.
And it has been rough.
It's been rough with the options of choosing you, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny that you say that because I like just had this thing that I did yesterday. And after I did it, I was like, well, why was that such a big deal? And the whole thing was, okay, I'm having a tough time. So, I'm working from home. So, in the middle of my work day, on my lunch break, I'm going to take an early lunch break and go to the pool. But when I tell you I struggled with that one decision, and it wasn't even like life or death. It was just like, I just felt so weird because my kids were in online school to actually put on a bathing suit, have a towel, and go down there by myself and tell bye to my middle schoolers, and I was just like, how do I do this? And what do I do? And it was so funny because I did it, I want to say probably about 11, but at 12, I knew like I had like this really big, important meeting with like the big wigs at my job. And I mean, seriously, I went down there, I took a picture of the pool and everything because I was like, I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm doing this. And then I'm in the pool like, why was that such a big deal? But I think that it is about choosing you and about really understanding whether or not that's possible. Because that's really what it was. Like, I had to pull down the notion of, is this even possible? Like, it was almost like, is this even legal? like, is this
And it's like a sense of guilt. It's like you feel guilty for putting you first at any moment. It's like I remember the other day I was just really tired. I had done a 24-hour on call and I was just tired. I
legal?
had already prepared my children for that before the on call. Like, okay, hey,
Yeah.
when I get back, I'm gonna be tired. And I found myself still apologizing.
Oh,
Like, oh,
wow.
I'm so sorry that that I'm tired. And I'm like, why are you apologizing? You need sleep. Like that you already explained this, but I felt so guilty, like I was neglecting them in some way, or neglecting my duty to them just because I was choosing to sleep.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning that it's okay
Yeah.
to choose me. It's okay. And I mean, it's actually to other people's benefit that I
Yeah.
choose me, because when I'm choosing myself, I'm more healthy. I'm more, alert. I'm more mindful.
Yeah.
I have this peace because I've chosen to do something as simple as sleep.
Something as simple as normal things. Yeah. Yeah.
Something as simple as going to the pool. Like,
Yeah.
why should that be a big choice? But
Yeah. That was so serious for me. And just the whole experience taught me so much. And funny enough, even while it taught me so much, I wish I could say that I held on to that lesson because it was such a
right,
stolen moment that I don't even feel like I fully held on to that lesson because it was so spontaneous and different that it's not a practice. That's what I'm trying to
right.
say. That it's not a practice. So
You have to
like,
do it 3 times for it to become a habit.
yeah,
You just gotta keep doing it.
yeah. That's, and then the funny thing is, it's like I have to like break new ground. So next time it like won't be the pool. It'll be like something else. Like maybe go on vacation by myself. That would be like huge.
That would be beyond huge.
Yeah, I'd be like, what am I doing here? I'm a woman with a family and
Can I
jobs.
call home?
I know, but that's just so deep. Like, why do you think that we actually have that problem? Why do you think we have that problem?
I think as Black women, we've been told that we're strong. We've
Mhm.
been conditioned to be strong.
Mhm.
It's like this superwoman complex.
Mhm.
And we have to give ourselves permission to just be,
Mm.
to be just us, not Taisha the mom,
Mhm.
Sherelle the wife,
Yeah.
you know, us the business workers.
Yeah.
We have to give ourselves permission to just be,
Yeah.
in that moment, to just be us, and it be acceptable. But I think we've been so conditioned to be these super women.
Yeah.
Something happens and you're just like, I'm on it. You put on your cape, you jump out of bed, and you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
Um, and it's really unhealthy.
It is super unhealthy.
It's unhealthy, and we
Yeah.
need to stop it. I just don't know how.
Well, one of the things, so okay, so by you saying that, you brought to my remembrance why I even went to the pool in the first place. So I was speaking to someone and I was explaining, like, as Black women, what we do when we do take breaks is like we schedule our breaks, right? So, like,
Hmm.
just like you said, like, we're super women, we're strong, we're doing all these things. So, let's just say you schedule a vacation and you're like 3 months from now, and you're like holding out until 3 months from now, right? And so, what I was explaining was it's unhealthy to hold out because there's so many simpler things that you can do. Because by the time you hold out, when you actually get to the location you're supposed to be at, it's so hard to shut off your mind. So it's like you've cheated yourself out of a vacation that you've held your breath for. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Get
takes you
it?
so long to get acclimated to a new location. And so I was like, no, just make sure you do small things, little things, you know? And so I remember I was telling my husband, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go to the pool. And then you know how like you tell somebody something and then they hold you accountable. And so he was like, hey,
You
did you
going?
right, right, you going? And I was like, oh, why is he bringing that up? I treated it as if he was telling me something that was impossible when he was just reiterating what I said. And
Yes.
so I was like, why is he even bringing that up? And then I was like, why does he even think that I even have the time to go? And like I started to get like real self-righteous off the stuff that I said I wanted to do. And then I was like, wait, like you literally do, you have the time to go. Like you're not gonna spend hours at the pool, especially if you're by yourself. And I had to literally break down that time in my head to understand that I could do it, you know?
Right.
And so I think one of the things to that is, the component, like I said, we're holding our breath. So not only are we strong, but we're gonna hold our breath. But the craziest part about it is you gonna be broke down. Like by the
When you're
time,
going on vacation. Can't even enjoy it because you're just so tired. You slept the entire vacation.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So, I mean, in thinking about this, I guess as we come to a close,
yeah.
what are the takeaways? What are the takeaways to developing a mindset to choose you? What
One,
can we come up with?
one, you have to. I think just kind of like what I said about myself. Um, obviously we hadn't even figured out why. We just know that there's an issue,
Right.
but in your mind, you can actually calculate time. How much time does it take for you to actually choose you? How much time would it take? You think about these things when you're running an errand, so why not prioritize time relative to you? So that's one thing
Like
of
that
how
one.
you can do it.
I like that one. And I think, too, finding a place of non guilt is
Hmm.
essential.
Okay.
There should be no guilt or shame in choosing to choose you, choosing to say, okay, now that I've scheduled this time,
Hmm.
I'm going to take it. And like you said, we so often do these to-do lists
Hmm.
and we don't put us on there. I'm scheduling myself time from now on. I'm gonna put to do, go to the grocery store to do, paint my toenails.
Yeah.
Just anything simple, just scheduling that time and not feeling guilty about it.
Yeah.
Just learning to say these things are to the benefit of other people if I do them and I choose me.
Correct. So I love that. I like. I always do like little snaps when I love stuff.
And I shake my curls.
Oh, so that's really good. I think that that's some good tidbits that we can take. That's a good takeaway. So
Yeah.
I thank you so much for the little time that you've given to
Hey,
this. But I feel refreshed just by kind of like what is it like unpacking it?
unpacking.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it's important for us to discuss where we are in a situation
Hmm.
because even in discussing it, it's like, wait a minute, like you have an epiphany and you're like, oh, I can choose me and I cannot feel guilty about it. So I love that we have these conversations and we can just kind of talk.
Yeah. Thank you so
This
much.
deep and this dope.
I know.
Our jackets are deep and dope. Like, how do we even do that? I just love it.
So I will talk to you later, friend. Okay.
Talk to you later.
Bye.